Hey everybody, good morning, good morning. Why am I not able to start? Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Good morning everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing well. I've lost my lighter. I knew I was missing something. Oh, lighter. Okay. Hopefully that's all good now. We'll see. Hey everybody, good morning, good Monday, good morning Monday. How are you all? Happy Monday. We're going to do some weekly energy check-ins. We're going to do some astrology. We're going to do some oracle. We're going to do some tarot. So I'm just waiting for a minute for some of you guys to come in. Say good morning. How are you guys doing? Hey everybody, welcome. Good morning everyone. TikTok, can you let me know if you guys can hear me? I'm trying a new thing. I have a microphone on because I have my fan going and this new device picks up the fan too easily. So I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. Hey guys, hey everybody. How are you all doing? Happy Monday morning. I hope you all had a good weekend. Good morning. Hey everybody, come on in. We're going to do some readings. We're just getting going right now. I'm going to do some readings. We're going to do some astrology. We'll hang out for a bit and chat. I actually might need to turn the fan. Good morning. Hey guys. Let me make sure my YouTube is running. We're on TikTok and we're on YouTube. Bonds, I do not do free readings. So if you'd like to send $5 for a mini reading or $15 for a full, we can look at that for you. And I'm just getting set up right now. So I haven't started yet. I just signed in like 2 minutes ago. So we're getting going. I have to check to make sure that my YouTube is also working really quickly. Is the sound okay, TikTok? Okay, yeah, oh no, that's not my YouTube. It's a commercial. Yep, okay, it's working. All right. Okay. Hey everybody, good morning. How are you all? Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be on here for at least a little bit. And we'll see how it goes. We'll start with the astrology for the week because it looks like not a lot of people are chatting right now. So we'll look at the astrology. We're going to look at this. I do the astrology every week with the daily planetary guide from Llewellyn's, and I share that with you guys. So this is the week of September 16th to the 22nd. Wow. We're already at the 16th of the month. How crazy is that? So for this week, Tuesday's lunar eclipse may rip off the rose-colored glasses, forcing us to face the harsh reality of a situation that was being brushed under the rug for far too long. Festering problems can no longer be ignored, and it's time to deal with them once and for all. While these challenges may be difficult to unravel intellectually, a solution will be found in time as long as you start thinking about it now. Lovers' squabbles could flare up on Thursday, so avoid scheduling romantic outings that evening. If you feel like someone is trying to manipulate or deceive you on Friday, act swiftly to put them in their place. 5-star week tips. Lunar eclipse on Tuesday may stir up some disturbing information, but it is better to live in truth than waste your life chasing pipe dreams. And the top astrology event of the week is also Tuesday with the lunar eclipse in Pisces. The lunar eclipse is very close to Neptune and opposite Mercury in Virgo. The investigative powers of the logical mind are on overdrive, blowing apart false narratives and forcing a shift back to reality. Hey guys, good morning. So you may have already been feeling some of the eclipse stuff coming up this weekend. I was not, plus the solar storms that we've been getting slammed with. I was feeling very physically strange this weekend. I was dizzy. I was nauseous. I still am a little bit. And it's definitely connected to the energies and not so much me feeling sick. I do get very sensitive when the moon shifts signs, has big events, and it does affect my physical body as far as either sleeping or feeling strange, having headaches. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on today because I haven't been feeling that great, but I am here and we're going to see what happens. I'm doing mini readings for $5, full readings for $15. So make sure you ask before you send, though, just in case if something comes up and I gotta go. But we're here to hang out. So we're gonna pull an oracle card for the week to see what the energy is overall for the collective for this week, and see what comes in here. Okay, so we get Coyote with 24, cunning and resourceful. So, and my mirror thing is on, as always. Come on. Thank you. So we have Coyote with the number 24. This is Roman numeral 10, 10, 1, and 5, and it takes away if you don't know how to read Roman numerals, because I don't know if they're teaching that anymore in school. But it's cunning and resourceful. So this energy this week is going to be all about making sure you're using what you have, using what you know, holding on to that, being wise. Don't let anybody gaslight you. There might be some gaslighting energies that come up this week for some reason or other. So make sure that you're holding on to that as well, like listening to your intuition, working on your intuition, really slowing down and making sure that you're using those inner skills, those inner connections that you have, and trusting that you are in the right path, you're in the right place, you're heading in the right direction, and not letting people talk you out of what feels right to you. If it feels right to you, it feels right to you. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Chastity. Hey, Caleb. Hey, Rach. So that is our weekly card. And then our daily card for the collective is this is 31. And it's withdrawn and secretive. There is no actual name for this one. It's just a human being. And it's a female. And it's a female who is holding a wishbone. But for some reason, whenever I look at this, I see it as if she's cutting cutting the cords. She's not, but that's how I usually see it. So there may be some things going on, like with this coyote, with cunning, that there's some things that need to be given space, or stepping back and being in a place of cutting cords. Withdrawing has a lot to do with stepping into self and listening to self, like I was saying with the first card. So I do feel like, not necessarily secretive in a negative way, but you don't need to share everything with everybody. We don't need to do that. There is no need to be so transparent that we're sharing so much with people that we're oversharing. That's a thing that can happen a lot to people that I read for, where we overshare. We feel the need to tell somebody everything for transparency's sake, except that's not really necessary, especially depending on where the connection is at the time. So keeping some stuff to yourself is actually okay. Thank you for the follow. So that is okay, keeping things to yourself. And then the cards we're using for this month for the tarot, these are the Jack-o'-lantern tarot cards. So we're gonna look at the weekly energy with that, and then we'll look at the daily energy. How's everybody doing today, guys? Feel free to say hi. I'm not doing any, I only don't respond when I'm actually doing paid readings. So right now I'm just doing collective readings. So feel free to say hi. How was your weekend? What are you guys doing for the eclipse tomorrow? I want to look at what time of day the eclipse is going to be tomorrow. Does anybody know the time of day tomorrow the eclipse is going to happen? Let's see if I can find it in this book. It doesn't always share that. But let's see if I can find it. Nope, it doesn't show it, of course. Maybe it has it somewhere else. Hey guys, welcome everybody. Here we go. Where are you? So we're starting eclipse season. For those of you that don't know what eclipse season is we have usually two eclipses come together. So we usually have a full moon and a new moon eclipse. So this one that's coming just in a few days, which is tomorrow, depending on where you are, is a full moon. It's a lunar eclipse, so it's at night, and it's in Pisces, or at least it's at night as far as where some people are concerned. It's taking place on September 17th at 2:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so EST. Then we'll have a solar eclipse on the 2nd of October in Libra. And that will be all the eclipses for the remainder of the year. These are the last two that we're having for the year. But because this eclipse coming up is in Pisces, there's a lot of talk about bringing up old emotions and needing to release them, letting things go that aren't in our best interest, letting things go that we know that we've been needing to let go, but we just haven't yet. Listening to dreams and really going for those dreams, clearing away energy that is no longer helpful, things of that nature. I've been getting some moon water ready. I collect rainwater and then I make moon water with it. And I'm going to be doing that with this eclipse. Ow. I think I just broke this. That's all right. I'm going to be doing that with this eclipse, is making moon water. I'm also going to be recharging some Florida water that I've been meaning to recharge for my work. And I might do some kind of little ceremony. I'm not quite sure yet. It's a good time for releasing, for purging. I've actually been decluttering my home so much that I have 9 boxes for donations that I need to bring and donate. And I'm going to be doing that tomorrow as part of the energy for my releasing for the eclipse energy. It's something I've been working on in general, and I need to get them back, these boxes, out of my house, and they're ready to go. So I decided to do it on the eclipse to help clear the energy out. All right, let's look at the tarot message for the week for the collective of what we need to know here. Hi, Chase. Hi, Elle. Hi, guys. Welcome, everybody. Feel free to say hi. We have Ace of Swords reversed and 3 of Pentacles that came in first for the energy for the week. And then we'll pull one more. So beginning, middle, end of week. This one came flying. And 7 of Cups. That makes a lot of sense. So with the Ace of Swords in the reversal to start off the week, I do feel like some of this has to do with the actual astrology. To me, this is talking about mental confusion. Maybe not having a lot of good ideas right now. Maybe feeling a little bit stuck. Communication might be not the best. There could be some challenges with communicating with others in one way or another. Brianna, we can look at that for you. $5 for a mini, $15 for a full. So possibly challenging with getting in contact with others or even talking to others about things. Be careful about texting and sending texts that may be too heavy right now. If you need to have a heavy conversation with somebody, don't do it through text message. Make sure that you have a phone call or an in-person, or wait, because it can be misunderstood. It can cause a lot of arguments. It can cause upset. It can also, this to me is like Mercury retrograde energy, where you might have missed messages, or somebody could backstab you. Somebody could tell you something that isn't truthful, and you're waiting for the truth to happen, or you're waiting for things to come through, and it's just not happening. So make sure you're careful at the beginning of the week with what you say, how you say it, paying attention to what's being said to you, and being mindful about that. Again, like I had said with this withdraw secretive card that we got for the day, I feel like this is talking about making sure that we don't overshare. We don't need to tell everybody everything about ourselves. There's certain people that you can allow in your inner circle, but you shouldn't be telling the world your stuff. You shouldn't be telling your coworkers your stuff. And that leads us to the middle of the week with the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like with the 3 of Pentacles, I like this card. I like this card a lot. So this card, the imagery on it is cute. It has 3 different people. 2 people are actually humans. The middle one looks like a skeleton, a Grim Reaper of some kind. One person is working on a sculpture. One person is looking at the plans of it. And the Grim Reaper looks like he's just kind of delegating and pointing things out. So it's 3 people working on creating something. Now, the number 3 is very special, but that doesn't mean that necessarily you're going to work with only 2 other people. This could be teamwork in general. Generally speaking, teamwork. This could be working together at work. This could even be working with a partner. It doesn't have to be multiple teams or multiple people. It's you and one other person at least. What would make a team of some kind? And with this, I feel like it's really good to discuss things, to plan things out. to plan on building whatever it is, taking the time. So for you guys, some of you, it's going to be work. It's going to be a work project, a successful work project that you're collaborating with others. For some of you, this is going to show up in your family life, your home life, your relationships that are not work related, but it is something that is buildable. I see Three of Pentacles as building something with people or someone. So if it's a relationship and you're trying to get into a relationship, this is creation of the starting to build towards the relationship. So this is going to look different for every single person collectively, but I do feel like it's good as far as creating and moving things forward. And then with the Seven of Cups as our final card for the week, I do feel like a lot of people, once the eclipse energy passes, are going to feel like there's all these options now. There's so many choices. I don't know what I want to do. This is actually happening to me already. There's so many choices. I'm not sure what direction to go in. I don't know what the right thing is. I don't want to make a mistake. I'm overwhelmed by what I'm supposed to do or how I'm supposed to function. This is difficult for me. I don't know. Like, I'm already having that energy myself. There's been some stuff that's come up in my life that I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place about what choices to make. Like, there's an opportunity that I really want to go for that I've been wanting for almost a decade, for over a decade actually, and it could be handed to me, but it would take away from this business and it would take away from my stuff with my mother that I need to be present for. So it's not the right timing. It's my dream opportunity, but it's not the right timing. So I can't go for it. And it's very tricky. So this might be happening to some of you guys towards the end of the week. Usually I go through the energy of the eclipses before it happens, and then my clients start seeing it after. For some reason, I've noticed there's a trend there for me that I feel the energies sooner, and then the rest end up feeling the energies after the fact. So this could be happening for you guys as the week progresses. It could be a difficult week as far as being overwhelmed with what the right thing to do is. Let's pull a card for the week, for the day. I'm sorry, for the day. Pull a tarot card for the day. Hey guys, welcome everybody. Nobody's chit-chatting, everybody's quiet. Say hi. I'm doing a $5 mini readings and $15 full readings. I've been on here for 25 minutes and nobody's even said hello yet, which is crazy. So I might end up signing off if people are not going to interact or talk. I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. So say hi, you guys. How are you all doing? What's the energy like for you? Today's energy for the tarot is we got 3. 7 of Wands, High Priestess reversed, and 8 of Pentacles reversed. I actually kind of feel like that already today. Isn't that interesting? All right, so 7 of Wands. Nobody's even watching. Why am I doing this? I have 0 views in both YouTube and TikTok. What is the point? What is the point? All right, let's try again. This is just like a complete waste of my time right now.
Recently, I've discovered.
Oh, my eye. I feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself for 25 minutes. It's kind of silly to be sitting here. Hey, Keisha. I'm okay. I'm probably going to sign off. I've been on for almost 30 minutes, and you're the first person that has said hi in 30 minutes. So I don't think I'm going to stay on. I'm honestly kind of irritated right now. But how are you doing, Keisha? I just pulled cards for the week, for the day, for tarot. So we have the Seven of Wands that came out first, and this is like fighting the good battle. This is fighting to try to make things happen, pushing and trying to keep going and not giving up and working hard and just pushing through even when it is hard. And then we have the High Priestess in the reversal. So the High Priestess in the reversal is all about not listening to our intuition or about secrets that we know are there and we're not paying attention to them, that we're ignoring. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just reset my TikTok, but like people are just coming in. Nobody's talking. The only people that are talking are people that are throwing questions at me. And then when I say it's not free, then they leave the room. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on here because a half an hour in and nobody has even said hello. So anyway, so 8 of Pentacles. Hey guys, welcome. Say hi. 8 of Pentacles in the reversal is all about feeling like work isn't going well or feeling not up to working. Sometimes I see this as laziness, but with these cards, I don't feel like this is about laziness, especially with these two paired together. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Hey, Talisha. Welcome. With 8 of Pentacles in the reversal paired with the 7 of Wands. These are the cards for the day, you guys, for the collective. So this to me is talking all about fighting and feeling like you're not getting anywhere. Fighting hard and being exhausted, working hard and not seeing the results, feeling like you're spinning your tires and just not making any progress. So some people today might have a hard time. Some people today might be struggling with that, and including needing to be withdrawn and secretive. That was our daily oracle card. So it's kind of like, and it's funny because withdrawn and secretive definitely matches with the High Priestess in the reversal. So it's all this, the energies are very similar right now where they're aligning to each other. And it's very much this needing to listen to self over others and working on things. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Talisha, did you just send? I think you did. Was that you, Talisha? Let me see. Yes, it was. Okay. So what would you like to look at, Talisha? You paid for a mini, so we can do that for you. Not a problem. I'm glad my Cash App is finally starting to alert me again. Last week, I wasn't getting any notifications. It was annoying. I'm not quite sure why, but that was a struggle. Oh my gosh, my eye is driving me bonkers. I think my allergies are acting up again. I'm not sure. But it's like itchy and I feel like I have something in it. But I looked and I didn't have anything in it. What would you like to check out today, Talisha? They have been filtering questions. Oh, there we go. What kind of questions do you do again? So you paid for a mini, so it's a 5-minute reading. I usually pull 5 cards to start and then see what else comes in. And the kind of questions I do are, I do pretty much anything except for, I don't do pregnancy or medical. I don't do legal, and I don't do like death stuff. Oh my God, my eye is like driving me bonkers. I swear to God, there's something in it. And I've looked and I've looked and I've looked, and there's nothing there. I have really sensitive eyes. The joys of having blue eyes. That's why I've never gotten contacts, because they drive me crazy. There's a superstition about an itchy eye. I don't know what that is. Eye water? What do you mean? Like eye drops? I put in, I have allergy eye drops that I put in this morning. They're just driving me crazy. They're not dry. It's just like, it feels like there's something in there. It feels like there's like a hair in there, or like, I don't know. It feels like there's something in there, but there's nothing, because I've looked like a bunch of times. Truly ready. Oh, Talisha, it must have edited out some of your question. All I got was truly ready. So I'm guessing that you said something more than that. Eye drops. Yeah, I already put them in. It's not helping. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what's up. I think it's just allergies. That's my best guess. Talisha, so if it does look like it's filtering out your question, and this has been happening to me a lot, even if it's like the most basic question. So you may need to do something like write a word, put a period or an emoji, write a word, put a period or an emoji, or like put each individual word in the chat, because I'm not seeing the actual question. This has been happening so much lately, which is very frustrating because you don't know that I'm not seeing it, and I can't tell that I'm not seeing it. It doesn't show me on my end that it's filtered something. What is my future looking like in the next few months? Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah, see, so silly that it would filter that. Or come to YouTube, it filters less. Yeah, I'm also streaming on YouTube at the same time, just so you know. So if you see me talking to people that like aren't talking in the chat, it's because I'm talking to YouTube. And Keisha just said, come to YouTube, it filters less, which is true. I don't know why TikTok has such ridiculous censors. The next few months. Okay, let's see. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, you guys, I do have a special. I have to film and post about it. I just haven't been like able to work much because of my mom being sick. I have a special that I started to run. I don't even know how much I'm selling it for. Is it $24? I don't even know. That's terrible. I should check. I'm running a special on my website. It's like a end of year check-in. So from whenever you book the session, so if you did it today, if you did it next week, if you did it in a month, it's an end of year special. It's remainder of 2024. This is what it looks like. Oh, it's mirrored again. Okay. So this is a video only reading. Hey, Susie. It's on my website. You can get to it's under the store section on my website. It's $22. You will get a recorded private video of what the remainder of your 2024 video, your 2024 outlook is for the rest of the year. It's a reading for the rest of the year projection, and it's $22 right now in my store on my website, and my website is linked in my profile. So if you're looking to kind of get a snapshot of what the rest of your year is going to look like, that is a good option for 10. It's minimally you get a reading of 10 minutes in a video. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Okay, so let's look at Talisha. That just made me, Talisha, your question just made me think of it, think that I hadn't shared that. Okay, let's see. Let's pull your card. So I pull cards first, and then I start the timer. So I'm not counting this as part of your time. So you want to know what the rest of your year, the rest of the next few months look like. Next few months for Talisha. How's the sound on TikTok, you guys? Is it okay? I'm actually wearing a microphone because the speaker on that device is very sensitive, and I have a fan going, and I didn't want the fan to disrupt it. Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right, Talisha, you got 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands. That's interesting because I pulled that card for today for the collective. Eight of Cups, 4 of Cups reversed, and you're going through some like big transitions is what I'm getting here. You're going to go from being stuck to not. But let's see. 5 of Swords reversed and Emperor reversed. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm getting for you, Talisha, it does feel like, so with this 2 of Swords, I feel like you've been feeling very stuck. Like this is about stagnant energy. It's about stalemate. It's about lack of progress or feeling like you're unsure about what direction to go in. You're coming out of this energy because this is the first card that came out. So this means that this type of energy, this feeling of being like unclear, that's coming to an end. And it's probably going to come to an end after this eclipse that's happening. That's supposed to shake up a lot of emotions and things. But I feel like that's coming to an end for you. And because that's coming to an end for you, you're going to then launch into this energy. James, I can look at that for you for $5. You're going to launch into this energy of you're going to suddenly feel like you're having to work hard. This isn't defensive energy, though. This is like you are trying really hard to make everything fall into place. You're going to be working a lot, I feel like. And this is not necessarily working as in career. It could also be just working on yourself and working on your goals. Because with this 8 of Cups that comes in next, it's feeling to me like something has been missing. And now I don't know if this is love, but something has been missing in your world. And really, James, thanks for that. You don't have anything better to do, so you can go away. Just because I want you to actually pay for a reading. Rude AF. Okay, so I do feel like you're looking for something. Let me put this down. You're looking for something more. With this 8 of Cups, you want something that is more fulfilling. You want something that you're happy with. You want something that is, I want to use the word satisfied, but it's not even that. It's like comfortable, at peace, joy. There's something here that you've been wanting, and it's like, is it ever going to come? And it does feel emotional based. Is it ever going to come? So it could be you're waiting for a relationship. With the 4 of Cups in the reversal that came up next, I do feel that the things that have been out of reach, the things that you haven't been able to get or that have been just out of reach that you feel like you are missing, it's suddenly going to come to you. Because this is all about feeling like you don't have it. Being kind of discontent, being bored, feeling like you're rejected, feeling like you're stressed out, not knowing what you're doing. But when it's in the reversal, it's all the opposite of that. So the things that you feel like you've been rejected from, that you've been seeking, that you've been fighting for, but you haven't seen progress, all that is changing. Hey, Barbara, how are you? All of that is changing for you. It's definitely shifting into you are going to be in a much better place. With this 5 of Swords, I like this card in the reversal. There's some cards that I prefer in the reversal, and this is one of them. Because this is more about healing from conflict, healing from anything that has been a major challenge and things starting to go smoother. This could be work or this could be family and relationships. This is generally. So it has to do with the mental realm though. So things are starting to go smoother for you. The stuff that you've been battling, the stuff that have been like, oh my God, like people are so selfish and I just don't know if I'm ever going to get what I need to get fulfilled. I just don't know if this is going to work for me. You're going to start to see this change. It's going to specifically change for you as you're progressing. So this is something that it's not going to happen overnight because this is a process. Think of each card as like a step in the process. And then you end up with the Emperor in the reversal, which I want to pull another card about that one because that's a bigger energy. And I want to make sure that I am understanding what Spirit's trying to say there. I do feel like that has to do with stepping more into your feminine and less into your masculine. Lovers reversed. Yeah, this is about a relationship. I feel like this is about a relationship. So be careful about giving. Be careful about numbing your feelings or hiding your feelings. Be careful about who you give your feelings to. But I also feel like you don't want to be overly masculine in the sense of like because we all have divine masculine and feminine in us. And that's actually part of what this lovers is as well. We all have this. So be careful about doing too much, being the one that does it all. Like that's what I'm getting here. And this could not necessarily be applied to a relationship. It could be work or family, but be careful about doing too much for others. And because the Emperor, he in a heavier place, he can overdo it for other people and not and burn himself out and it not be a balanced connection of any kind. So that's what I feel for you. I feel like generally you're moving into this direction where you've been feeling lost and you're not going to feel lost the way you were. And it's going to start to get more clear, especially the closer to the end of the year as the next few months progress. And it's going to feel a lot better. Does that all make sense? Hey, YouTube friends. Oh, down to 0 views. So no feedback, I guess. It's weird. Yeah, so some guy popped in, asked me for a reading. I said, you can pay for it. And he said, I need to get a real job. So why'd you ask me for a reading? Because you want it for free. You don't want to pay for it. That's why. Don't lash out at me because you want something for free and I won't give it to you. Little does he know that I have multiple jobs. And this is a job I've been doing for 20 years almost. Anyway, how are my YouTubers doing? Because TikTok went down to 0 views again. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on here. I'm on the struggle bus today, you guys. I'm on the struggle bus. Good news is, for those of you that have been following the mom situation, I visited with her on Saturday. I didn't feel good. I actually was feeling dizzy and off. I think it was from the solar flares because I am super sensitive about those. And it turns out while I'm at my parents' house, their internet completely went down, which meant they had no TV, they had no Wi-Fi, and they had no phone. And that never happens unless if they lose power. And they didn't lose power. I was like, oh, that's the solar storms, Mom. I was like, wait a minute. I read that there was going to be big solar storms. I'm pretty sure that's the solar storms. Pretty sure. My mom was doing a little bit better when I visited with her. It's the first time I'd seen her in a week because she had a very busy week this past week with appointments. She's supposed to be going for radiation today, I believe. and the radiation is supposed to help her symptoms. It's supposed to help shrink a lot of the issues that she's having with her heart, with her chest. Oh, she's also getting her chest drained today too, because she had a lot of fluid in her chest. So a lot of what's going on with her is she's been feeling weak because the cancer is pressing on the lymph nodes are pressing on her heart and her chest and her esophagus. So she's like she's having trouble breathing. She's having trouble walking. She's very dizzy and not strong, weak. And that has a lot to do with the lymph node, the cancer in the lymph nodes. So she's going for radiation today, I believe. And she's also getting her chest drained today, which is good. The concern is like how her body reacts to the radiation, because she's already so weak, and radiation is hard on the body. So I'm worried about how she's going to do after the radiation. She was doing pretty good when I saw her on Saturday. She had gotten a blood transfusion, which helped her get stronger. That's pretty normal with chemo. The chemo patients, chemo tends to kill your blood count, and you have to get transfusions a lot. So that's not like a big, oh my God, she had to get a blood transfusion. That wasn't like a huge thing. That was actually pretty normal for her. But because she got it, she started feeling a bit stronger. But she wasn't feeling good when I was there. Yeah, well, she's not pain-free. She's not. But she's not on hospice yet. So they are still doing symptom treatment instead of pain management. It's two different things. I don't know what it's like in the UK for you guys, but here, once you go onto hospice, you don't get any more treatment at all. You just get like morphine. You get medications to keep you comfortable, and that's it. They don't treat anything. No antibiotics, like nothing. Thank you for updating us. Many blessings and manifestations. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So she is not at that level yet. But the thing is, with the level of aggression, like how quick her cancer can progress, it could be she's good, she's okay right now and doesn't need hospice, and in a week she needs it. It's super unpredictable, unfortunately. So that's the problem. And that's why every minute counts that I want to be able to spend with her, because it could be a miracle and she could be here till Christmas, God willing. Okay, Kristen. But it could also be that she takes a turn even worse, because she went from being good at the beginning of August to being real bad, real fast at the end of August. It was 3 weeks. So like, it's unpredictable, and that's the problem. Like, the doctors don't even know what's going on because it's such a rare cancer. The only thing we know is it's aggressive. The treatments aren't working, and they're just trying to treat the symptoms that they can while they can. I don't know, but it's inevitable, and that's the hard part. And I'm okay right now. I'm not going to cry right now because I'm not. I don't know. I'm stable right now, but it's inevitable that she's not going to be here, and she's not going to be here much longer. I don't know what much longer means. Does it mean to the end of the year? Does it mean to next month? Does it mean to Thanksgiving? Does it mean to January? I don't know, but it's by the time we're here next year, she's not going to be here. And okay, I said I wasn't going to cry. Let's not talk about it anymore. I was doing okay. Take each day as it comes. Right. So it's just one day at a time right now. It's just one day at a time right now. So I was able to visit with her for a little bit. It sucked that I didn't feel good. So I ended up cutting out early and going home, and she needed to rest. So, and I couldn't work because they didn't have internet. So I was just like, I'm just going to go home. I didn't feel great on Saturday. So I've been tired. That's my biggest problem right now, is I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm not sleeping well. I'm having bad dreams. Last night I had multiple bad dreams about multiple things. I had a bad dream about a friend of mine and I getting into a really big fight because my brother went missing and he wasn't helping me look for my brother. And then I had a dream about my dad and my brother and I on a plane, and there was something wrong with the plane, and the plane was going down, and they like, I don't even know. My dad and my brother like flew to the bottom of the plane because the plane was, and I was trying to find them and like pull bodies off of them. I'm not having a good time. This is what happens to me. My fear, when I'm anxious, my fear shows up in my dreams. So I'm afraid of losing everybody. I'm afraid. And unfortunately, that's part of growing up in life. But that's been my biggest fear since I was a little girl, is losing the people that I love. So it's not easy. And yeah. So I'm just doing everything I can to try to, like, on a brighter note, I have 3 rabbits. I thought I only had 2. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to have any rabbits next year. Like there's no babies. The 2 babies that were born this past season disappeared. I don't know what's going on. There's just, I guess, more predators or something. So I was really bummed out. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to have any, but maybe because there's 3 of them, it might work out. We'll see what happens. Tonks is doing good. I actually took a picture of her this morning when I was getting ready to go live. Hold on, I'll share it with you. She was hanging out in the hallway. I give her catnip and treats on this rug. So this rug is going to look gross, but it's because it's catnip and treats. It's not like random ass shit that's on the floor. So there she is sitting with her little paws. Raj, we can look at that for you for $5 for a mini or $15 for a full. Yeah. There she is, hanging out in the hallway. That's the hallway. Her little room is at the end of the hallway. And this is her getting sick of me taking pictures of her. This is the face that she makes of, like, she's like, ugh, Mom. Like, look at the face. Stop it. It's like if there was a side eye roll, that's what that is. And then she's like, fine, I'll look at you. So thankfully she's doing well. She is. I'm very grateful that she's still okay, and I enjoy having her in my life every single day. Oh, and TikTok's down to 0 views again. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stick around too long because of all that. So I can pull cards for you guys, and then I'm probably going to go. I'm going to go use the bathroom super quick because I had a lot of coffee this morning. But I will be back in just a minute, and then we can do cards. I also am trying to start to be physically active again, which is not easy, but it's what I'm trying to do so that I continue to work on my mood. Like, it helps my mood if I'm physical, but I don't want to be. I just want to sit on a couch and watch Supernatural all day, every day. That's what I want to do right now. Supernatural. This is my little microphone for my TikTok. Supernatural is like my comfort show, and I just want to sit and watch Supernatural forever. That's all I want to do right now. Obviously, I can't do that, but that's what I would like to do. Okay, I'm gonna throw on some quick music as I step away. Shuffle. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. All right, all right. Does that make you happy? Please, can I just have a general, what do I need to know? Thank you. Sure, Susie, we can do that. Kristen, what did you want to look at? Or do you want me to do Susie first? I do have to say, I have some really good friends that have been checking on me more, and family members that have been checking on me more, and making sure that, like, I have. Oh, Kristen, you like the other deck? Hold on. You want me to use the dark? You want me to use the dark mansion? I'm sure. I don't even need to ask. I know that's what you want. Let me put this one aside. I'll grab it. It's right next to me. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I know. I know you like. This is the deck. This is Kristen's seasonal favorite, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, let me do this. And Susie, I can use this deck for you too if you prefer it. I have it out, so I'm using the Jack-o'-lantern one as my main deck for September. But I do have the Dark Tarot out too because I know that it's a luck deck. I'm so bloated today. I'm sorry. That sucks. I have some sinus stuff going on. And these nails are driving me crazy, by the way. The pointer fingers, for some reason, they're not sitting correctly and they keep popping off. I'm going to end up ripping them all off in a little bit. Any deck is cool. Okay. They're driving me nuts. They're driving me bonkers. Timu was great. These are literally 67-cent nails. Like, they're not bad considering they were 67 cents. Especially like if you're looking at them from a distance, you can't tell. But I file them down and then the paint starts to like fall off of the front edges. And you can tell the pointer one just isn't sitting right. I don't know what it is. But that's what you get. You get what you pay for. I'd rather deal with cheap nails that are driving me crazy and save, I don't know, $50 every 2 weeks. Someday when I can afford it, I'll get my nails done the way that I want to. But until then, Timu nails it is. And they're really not that bad. They're not as good as salon nails, that's for sure. But they're pretty darn close. For 67 cents, I mean, some of the nail sets are more expensive, but I usually buy the cheaper ones because they don't last. Even if you spend a little bit more on them, they don't last. Okay, Kristen, how's the weekend? What is the weekend? What's it going to look like for you guys? Let's see. I didn't even look to see. Did you send for a mini or a full? I didn't even look. I was watching the astrology for this eclipse. It's going to be intense. Pushing down on me. Pushing down on you. Under pressure. Well, I've kind of gotten these under the Timu ones. I've gotten pretty good at just, it takes me maybe 30 minutes to do them because I have to file a lot because my fingers are small, so I have to file them down a lot, and I don't like long ones. But it takes me maybe 30 minutes to get them done, to do them. I mean, did you just send more, Kristen? Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Kristen? Am I doing what am I doing? Am I doing a full reading for you? You're confusing me. Do the Kahuna. Okay. I'm like, Kristen, what are you doing? What's happening? People on the streets. As a reminder, you guys, I do have a end of the year special going that we can look at the end of your year from now. Whenever you place the order to the end of the year, it's a 10-minute minimum video reading for $22. Oh, and my Oracle class is going to be, the sale of it is going to be ending at the end of this month. So if you want that Oracle class, I got to start posting some videos about that because I'm sure people don't even know because I'm not posting about it. All right, Kristen and Brad, show me this weekend. 5 of Wands reversed in the past energy. Present. Seven of Swords came out, but it came out like this, so I'm not sure if it wants to be reversed or upright, so I'm going to put it back in. We'll see if it comes out again. Present. Justice. Hidden. Knight of Pentacles. It came out sideways. I hate when they come out sideways because I don't know which direction they're supposed to be in. Obstacle. Hangman is the obstacle. Kristen, I don't even need to read these cards to you. Like, literally, I'm pulling the cards and I know you already know what's coming out. Environment. Knight of Swords. Advice. Hold on. Fumble. That was a fumble. The Fool is the advice, but I'm going to put that back in because that was a total Mel fumble. That was not a jumper. Let's try that again. Advice. TikTok is just not loving me today. That's okay. Oh, 8 of Pentacles. Kristen, 8 of Pentacles for your advice. Come on. Oh my God, you're driving my little Italian ladies crazy, apparently. Outcome. They're like, lady, you're still not doing your pentacles. You gotta finish them. I mean, of all the cards, that could have been your advice card. Outcome. Ooh, Empress. I'm liking it. This reading is funny. My guides are like, this bitch. Hold on. I want to put my timer on. Oh my God. You yelled at me last night about that. About what? The Pentacles? I don't remember what I yelled at you about last night. For those of you guys that don't know, I read for Kristen a lot. And so you see me yelling at her, but it's because I've been like coaching her. And so like she gets tough love from me. I'm not like that with everybody because we've had a client relationship for over 2 years now. So you got the 5 of Wands that came out first, but it's in the reversal. And this is what it looks like in the upright. But this is good because this is saying that the conflict and the confusion and the chaos with, yeah. Because how many times are you going to get a close scare before it blows up, right? Like, it's universe that keeps saying to you, girl, like, you're not effing listening to us, girl. Like, you're lucky the tower hasn't happened, and there's no tower here. The tower has not been coming out in your readings, which is nice. But I do get, so with this, it's saying that confusion, that chaos, that cluttered energy, the scattered stuff, the unknowing, the conflict, the argumentative energy, that's not really happening anymore. The dust has been settling, which is also what the Hanged Man is, but that's the obstacle. And the reason why it's the obstacle is because I love this Hanged Man. Look at him. He's like a little bat. He's not a bat. Oh, he's Dracula. Can you see him? And then there's a bat. There's a bat right here. He's Dracula. He has fangs. But this is the obstacle because they're still waiting. You're still waiting. You're still waiting. You're still waiting. You're still waiting. These are all like, especially this guy. That's why it's the obstacle, because there's still little progress, but there's progress. Hanged Man isn't a bad energy, right? So Hanged Man, some people see the Hanged Man. Hold on, I'll show you the box. Wait a minute, where is it? Dark Mansion Tarot. I love this deck. This is a Temu. I bought it from Temu though, because the original is like $60 or more, and I couldn't afford it right now. But I love this deck, and I will eventually buy the original because I definitely want the original. So the Hanged Man isn't bad, Kristen. It's like it's also about seeing things from a different perspective. Like when we hang upside down, like when we were kids and you'd hang off the bed and you'd look upside down, the world looks different, right? When we're hanging upside down, things don't, hey, Monica, how are you? Things don't look the same. And that's okay. It's Dark Night. Dark Night? Dark Mansion. Dark Mansion. So it's okay to get different perspectives. Sometimes if we're seeing things from the same point of view and the same perspective, and things aren't moving and things aren't shifting, it's good to get another perspective. So it's not a bad thing that the Hanged Man is the challenge, because he's seeing you in a different light. He's starting to see you in a different perspective. And that is good. There's not a ton of activity. It's like more subconscious, behind the scenes, but it's there. Dark something. Yeah, it's Dark Mansion. So it's behind the scenes. It's happening, but it's not like right in your face. With the Justice card as the present, I love that, because this is him showing up and being fair to you. This is him being equally invested. This is him doing the same, meeting you on the same level. This is him actually doing. This is you, Libra girl, also staying balanced and not over giving, overdoing, burning yourself out because you're doing so much and you're not getting the proper return. This is healthy, kind of like what we talked about last week. Correct. This is healthy energy. This is good. I really like this, because this is saying that it's finally at this place where it's balanced. Now, can it tip back down? You do too much? Yeah, but I'm not feeling that that's something that's going to happen, because it's almost like that's not the way your brain works much anymore. Like you've retrained, what do they call that? The neural pathways. You've retrained the way that you think. Your immediate gut reaction is not the same anymore. It used to be, I'm going to call him 75 times. Now it's, well, it's on him. Or you get pissed at him. When you got mad at him the other day and you said something to him, old Kristen would have been like calling me and being like, oh my God, I think I messed it up. Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to not talk to me anymore? Like, if he doesn't talk to you for like an hour, you'd freak. But this Kristen isn't like that anymore. This Kristen is secure and balanced and understands that there's an ebb and a flow, and you can still have that healthy conflict in a connection, in a relationship. And it doesn't mean it's over. It just means that you can't be a doormat, and speak up for yourself. With the Knight of Pentacles in the hidden, I do feel like that's still just him taking his slow ass time to get to the destination. But, it's okay, because your advice is that Eight of Pentacles. So it's okay that he's going slow, because your Eight of Pentacles isn't done. So and the Justice card can also be the divorce stuff. It can be legal things like the kids. with getting all that stuff settled with the school and with the with custody and with child support and all the things that is around the kids. There he is. Right? So I do feel that it is okay that he's Mr. Molasses, because the things still need to, the checklist is in progress. And like the big things, you're working on them. And so with the Knight of Swords around the environment, it's going to move. You guys are going to have fun. This is like, it's going to feel like it's fast. Like it's going to feel like, hey, Rebel, how are you? It's going to, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I have to get over the hill to the mountain way back there. And I'm just looking. I'm plotting my course. I'm not there. He's plotting his road trip. You're going to want to move fast with this Knight of Swords. I'm surprised it has red in it. Usually Knight of Wands has the red. That's interesting. But I feel like you're going to want this to zip forward, and some of it will. Some of it will zip forward. So, but there's that balance. These are total opposites. Total opposites. One's like, let's go. And the other's like, no, wait a minute. We have to plan. We got to think it out. We got to slow it down. Wait a minute. Hold on. So this, I feel like, is going to be like you guys going out this weekend, having a lot of fun, and you being like, yay, this is awesome. And do over here is like, So I don't see him. The Empress is the outcome. I want to pull a love card. This is great. This is him stepping into and embracing the relationship, stepping into the love, and actually treating you and honoring you and choosing the relationship. I do want to pull a love card, though. I'm not seeing anything as far as passion. So there's not like a lot coming in that area right now. Let me see. Well, they told me, didn't they? Attraction, Mars, and hot. That's the first card that came flying out. So maybe there's gonna be some spicy, flirty stuff. It's possible. The tarot didn't show it, but this is like, yeah. Oh, comfort zone clinging. Flow. That's like the Hanged Man. Remember, awakening, and regret and repression. So don't overthink this. Don't overthink it. Be flirty. Let him lean in to kiss you, though. Let him, because Mr. Slow as heck, could get spooked if you're the one that takes that. And remember what happened when you kind of threw yourself at him way back. We don't want a repeat of that. So definitely let him call the shots when it comes to the physical piece of it. Of like when. Does that all make sense? Thank you. I appreciate. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Susie, I got you next. So you said, are you still here, Susie? I just want to make sure. General, what you need to know. Sure. And I'm probably going to sign off because I'm feeling blah. Okay. General, what you need to know. I'll use these. Yeah, thank you, Rebel. It's okay. I haven't been, I think some of it is the eclipse energy. I think some of it, oh, thank you for the heart me. I think some of it's the eclipse stuff. I think some of it is my personal stuff that's going on. I think some of it is the solar storms that have been happening. I've been feeling physically blah and weird and not sleeping well and headaches and nausea and dizziness since like Saturday. So it's definitely something going on, and I'm not sick. So I think it's the energy. All right, Susie, let's see what you need to know. Do you want me to pull a card for you, Rebel, when I'm done, Susie? Susie, you got 6 of Pentacles. This deck of cards reminds me of the Box Trolls. Have you guys ever seen the Box Trolls movie? It makes me think of the Box Trolls. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Your cards are good. I feel like right now, Susie, for you, with this, the 6 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, I feel like it's important with you to be mindful of your resources. Don't be impulsive with your resources. You may actually end up being getting some extra money in or something, like with this King of Pentacles. You may end up getting some extra unexpected money or somebody helping you out, and you're like, oh, I want to get this, I want to get that, I want to do this. Be careful about that. Make sure that you are thinking things out before spending, because something here feels good, but it also feels exciting. So there could be this like overindulgence that might happen if you're not careful. But I do feel that I feel stability, especially with these two. I feel stability. Stability of money, stability of home, feeling stable, feeling secure, being excited about those things, feeling good, feeling in a place that it's not like survival. It's not survival mode. You're stepping more into a space, and this will where is it? This will continue to grow with the King of Pentacles. Your investments will continue to grow. So I do feel like that's good. And then with the Queen of Cups that came out last, I feel like with this, I feel like you've been really honoring yourself. And so like from the King of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups, this feels really good for me. You might end up talking to somebody in a romantic way, but I'm not really seeing that. I see it more like you're loving you. You're loving you. And it's okay to get, like, I don't know. Like, for instance, I've been needing, I have been needing a new mattress. This is an example. I have been needing a new mattress since 2018, since I bought this house. My mattress is over 13 years old, and it's a memory foam. So memory foams compress if you guys don't know. And I have a bad back, and I've been putting it off because when I bought this house, I had a boyfriend that I was with for 2 years. Actually, we were together for 4 years, but 2 years into owning this house, and he wanted a California king, and my bed is a full. So I didn't want to go out and buy a new mattress if he's going to move in with his king. So I was waiting, and then we broke up, and then I started talking, and then there was like 9 months that I wasn't talking to anybody. And then I started talking to the next person, and we were talking about living together. So I didn't want to buy a mattress then. So I put that off. And then there was this whole thing about I have a good mattress in my guest room, but it doesn't fit in my bedroom, and I'd have to rearrange everything. And Tonks can't get in that bed because it's too high, but Tonks can get in my regular bed. So like, it's just been a lot of like indecisiveness with mattresses. And I woke up a few weeks ago, and because I have a bad back, I'm really struggling in the mornings now because my mattress is so old and it's not supporting me anymore. And I was going to go shopping at Big Lots they were having a Labor Day sale, and I'm a rewards member. So I get like an extra 25% off. And I was going to go shopping at Big Lots for a cheaper mattress. And I finally went Friday. I kept putting it off because my mom was sick and is sick, but I still need to take care of my body. So I finally went Friday, and wouldn't you know, the mattress that I liked the best, and like, I'm not buying a bed frame. I already have a frame. I'm not buying a box spring. I already have a box spring. I just need the mattress. it was only $200 because it was a Labor Day sale, because I had additional 20% off on top of that, 25% off. And I opened a credit card with them that gives me 6 months, 0% interest. So I didn't pay a dime. I walked out of there with a new mattress and didn't pay a dime right now. But it gives me 6 months to pay it off. And I will be able to do that. And I'm finally going to have a mattress that's nice. So is that an indulgence for me? Yeah, I don't have a lot of money right now, but it's a credit card. Should I put it on a credit card? No, but that's what I've been doing with groceries and gas and everything else. And it's going to make a difference as far as my quality of sleep. It could be why I'm not sleeping well either. So that's a King of Pentacles choice right there. I made a King of Pentacles choice with my Queen of Cups, right? So I did that with the intention and with the plan of trying to take care of myself. And usually when I like something, like for instance, when I pick these glasses out, I will go and pick out glasses and I'll try them all on, and I won't look at name brands or anything like that. I just look at how do they look on my face? Do I like the way they look? Do I like the way they feel? And almost always when I get glasses, I end up picking out the most expensive type often, or a very expensive type. These are Kate Spade, just because that's what I like, how it looks on me. I don't even know the brand usually. But the brand I had before this was like a no-name brand, which is fine. But so mattresses, usually you would think, like, normally it would be the same thing. Like I want an expensive mattress. The best mattress is, of course, the expensive one. But no, it was the cheapest mattress. And I was like, why is this so cheap? Is there something wrong with it? Is this going to fall apart on me in like a year? Why is this so cheap? And the guy was like, oh, it's because they're discontinuing it. It's not because there's something wrong with it. This used to sell for $600, but they're discontinuing it. And I was just like, okay, I will, like, it all fell into place. So should I have wasted $200 on a mattress? Not the best timing, but do I need it for self-care? Do I need it to function? Yeah. So, and because of I love those 0% interest things, because I'll be able to send them, $50 1 month. Over 6 months, I'll be able to pay off $200 over time. So I loved that. Having to be nurturing mother at the moment, the kids, and then knock on having to be kind to me. Oh, wow, that was meant to be. Yeah. So I feel like for you, it's something like that. Like you may have to indulge in something that it's hard to like do, and like hard to like be like, all right, because I've talked myself out of buying a mattress for the 6 years I've lived here. And like, I really needed a mattress. I can't keep waking up in pain, and Tonks can't get in the big bed. So I need to have something in the meantime. And luckily, I did shop around though. And that's why I wanted to go with Big Lots, because I knew that they had good quality mattresses. It was a Sealy. It wasn't like a cheap, no-name brand. I knew they had good quality mattresses. I knew they delivered, and I knew I could open a credit card and get 0% off. And that's why I went with them, because I didn't have the cash for that. No, but I have 6 months to pay off $200, and there's no interest or anything. What is happening? Why am I getting all these notifications? Kristen, Talisha, Kristen. Okay, thank you, Cash App. I know Kristen sent me money. Dear Jesus. Rebel, did you want me to pull a card for you, honey? I'm probably going to go after this. Okay. Did you want me to look at something specific? Oh, you're welcome, Susie. You're welcome. I don't mind pulling cards for people. I just sometimes don't feel great, and it's hard. It can be general. Okay. All right, let's see. You got Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Ooh, that's too many. These two want to come out. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Holy cow. Girl, these three alone you're going to be getting some information coming in. You are going to be getting some information coming in. This one, it's fast incoming communication for me. This one is communication for me. This one is communication for me, all on their own, independently. So putting them all together, it's like, whoa. Breaking them down, though, this is about emotion. Knight of Cups is like the Casanova. He's the romantic one. He's the one that asks people out on dates. He gets flirty. There's messages of love that come in. Eight of Wands, to me, it's just the Eight of Wands is a timing thing, and usually it's a now. Like when I pull Eight of Wands, it's like fast, 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 fast. If you can see her, she's riding it. And does she have something in her bag? Yes. Oh my God. I love this deck. I don't know if you can see, it's not focusing, but she has a little she's a postal worker and she has a mail bag. There's a mail thing on there. I hate this isn't focusing. It's so cute. And that's how I've always seen Eight of Wands, as fast incoming communication or sometimes travel or movement. Something moving forward. But yeah, and maybe that's why it's in. So he might message you, or he might write a letter back to you, because this is about a message coming in. And Page of Swords as well is incoming information, incoming knowledge, incoming stuff for you to know. Things becoming more clear. And then the Queen of Pentacles is just you being you being stable, you being in this really luxurious space of like knowing who you are, knowing what your worth is, knowing what you're going to tolerate. And this coming in and you being like, I got this. I got this. So there's going to be something. I don't know if it's definitely him, but there's going to be some kind of communication that's going to come in for sure that you've been waiting on. And it could be very, very soon. Knight of Cups is a little bit slower, but these two are pretty fast moving. So we are going through the eclipse tomorrow night. And it's supposed to shake up a lot of stuff. It's supposed to like break up and break free and let go all the things that have been holding us back and bringing in different energy as far as that's concerned and moving things in a new direction. So it could be this is what's going on for you. Did I tell you pulled the twin flame for me last week and that was the third time? Oh, really? You might have told me it's been pulled before, but I don't remember if it was the third time. I pulled a card for yeah, which I'm not a twin. Yeah. I'm not either. I mean, I feel like it's a very toxic label. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but I do feel that it is way overused and people use it in the sense that every single person has one and it's their end all be all relationship. And I don't agree with that. So I've always believed it was more rare and not necessarily somebody that you end up with forever. So if it exists at all, because I had a relationship that I thought was a twin flame, but it's because he was a narcissist and he was able to play that part easily. And I fell for it. I'm great at being able to see my customers. And I was saying this to Kristen last night because she's grown so much since we started working together. I'm great at being able to call you guys out on your stuff and see it in my cards and like help my clients. I can't see myself. There's a difference. Like I can't read myself. I can't see myself. And it sucks because if I could, my life would be really different. But that's okay. So yeah, things have been strange. There's this person that has come in and out of my life. I realized last week that I met them 10 years ago last week. And they've come in and out of my life over the past 3 years-ish. I haven't seen him since 2022. We've been off since 2022. I walked away and I just was done. I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And he just kept calling me over months and months and months and months of time. And I was just like, what could he possibly want? Like, we haven't seen each other at the time I finally was like, heard him out. I hadn't seen him for over a year. I was like, what could he possibly want? No, I hadn't seen him for almost 2 years, actually, when I finally heard him out. He was like, what do you want? And he was all like, take the spell that you put on me off of me. I can't move on. What? What? He doesn't watch any of my stuff, so he has no idea. He knows what I do, but he doesn't watch any of my stuff. So he has no idea that I don't believe in, I don't encourage people to put love spells on people, that I don't feel like that's a thing, that's a good thing. Like, he doesn't know any of my like philosophies when it comes to that kind of stuff. So instead of believing that what he's feeling is love, it must be a spell that I put on him, because he's an avoidant attachment. And it's easier to say it's a spell than it is to believe he actually has feelings, which was ridiculous. So if there is such thing as a twin flame, if I do have one, it's probably this person, because we've challenged the shit out of each other. And I met him at school. We taught the same kinds of kids. And we trigger each other all the time, constantly. And he finally was like, I'm just gonna, because he used to ghost me all the time. And right before I found out my mom got sick, he was like, I'm gonna just take a step back, and I'm not gonna ghost you. I'm gonna work on myself, because I refuse to see him. I refuse to see him. He needs to be consistent, and that's his problem. He can't be consistent. So until he's consistent, he's not getting, I'll talk to him on the phone, but he's not getting my time. Nope. Not until, and I've been sticking to that story for 2 years now, and he still calls and he still tries. He hasn't gotten over it. He hasn't let go. He still begs to see me. And I'm like, I don't mind. And he's not a stalker or anything. I want to be clear about that. This is like every like 6 months or so. It's not constant. I'm just like, I'll give you a chance, but you got to show me that you mean it. And you're not showing me that you mean it, so you're not getting the chance. Like, you have to meet X, Y, and Z requirements. You know what those requirements are. They've been the same requirements since 2022? Yeah, since 2022. They've been the same requirements since June 2022. You know what to do, and you haven't done it yet. So if what you're saying is what you mean, then you need to figure out what the hell is causing you to run away every time. I can't do it for you. I can't. And then when I found out my mom got sick, like right before my mom got sick, he was like, I'm going to take a step back and work on me. I'm not going to ghost you. I'm going to do the adult thing and step away and figure myself out, because I really do want us to be together. And I was like, all right, you go do you. Figure it out. And I'm not waiting. And I made sure to tell him that. I'm not waiting. Like, I respect that. Thank you for telling me and being an adult, but I'm not waiting, because there's no guarantee he'll ever get his shit together. So with that, then my mom got sick, and he called me earlier this week, not knowing my mom was sick, and was like, why didn't you call me? I was like, because you're working on you, and that's just going to slide everything backwards. And he was so upset and hurt that I didn't call him. And I was like, what do you want me to do? You can't show up. I can't call you. You're not the person that I can count on. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's triggering him. It's triggering him so bad. because he wanted to be the person that I could call, and he's not. And he has to do the work. I have stuff that I have to work on myself, but like he has to do the work. And there's nothing, if nothing else, he taught me that I have a lot more control and say over what happens than I thought I did. Hey, Angela, how are you? It taught me that I have a lot of say. I can put my foot down and say no. No, until this. No, until this. No, show me. No, show me. And that was hard when it first started because I was not good with boundaries. Oh, I have a filter on. I have a filter on because my skin was all splotchy this morning. But thank you. I'm doing okay. I don't feel great from, I think it's the energies from the solar storms, from the eclipse that's coming up. It usually hits me pretty hard. So I've been feeling kind of funky. I was actually getting ready to sign off. So did you want a reading before I go? I was just telling a brief story about a situation that I've been dealing with for quite a while. Eight of Wands. Yeah, that comes out a lot too. It's crazy. That happens for Kristen too, Rebel. Kristen gets the Eight of Pentacles all the time. And usually the Knight of Pentacles. And she usually gets, or Seven of Pentacles as her advice. Seven of Pentacles or Eight of Pentacles for her advice. Like, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. This is not going to happen until you do the work. This is not going to happen until you do the work. And she has like these things that she has to accomplish before she's ready for a relationship. And like, she asks about the relationship and Spirit calls her. I laughed so hard earlier today when I was pulling cards for her because the Eight of Pentacles came flying out as her advice. And I just was like, you can't make that up. Like, I haven't used this deck in a while. There's 78 cards in here. I'm shuffling the crap out of them. There's literally 78 cards of different cards. There's no repeats in here. And she got the Eight of Pentacles again. And I just could not help myself but laugh because Spirit's just like, girl, you know what you're supposed to be doing. And she's doing it to her credit. She is. It's just, it takes time. So it's not something that she's avoiding. It's just work that she hasn't finished yet. So, but Spirit's like, stop asking. We told you have to do your work. Those are my mean Italian ladies. Okay, girl, what would you like to look at? Those are my mean Italian ladies slapping her in the face saying, we already told you. Did you finish your homework? No, you didn't finish your homework. So why do you want us to tell you it's going to get better when you haven't finished? Those are my mean, bitchy Italian ladies. They really like to put you really, that's what I call, like, I don't even know who my guides are. I'm one of those people that doesn't know. I have no idea who my guides are. But they have personalities of Italian women, of old Italian women. I made a joke once about how I keep on getting the Hierophant and Star and pulled with a separate deck. So the tarot, can I please check my connection with Daniel? Yes, absolutely. Those cards, I was like, message received. Yeah, and that's happened to me. That's one of the reasons why I like to pull cards on camera, because so many times on here, it hasn't happened lately, but I'll pull cards and I'll be like, I'm going to pull a clarifier for that one, and I'll use a different deck, a different full deck. And the damn same card will come flying out. Like, if it's the world card, I get the world card. And then my guides are like, I already told you. What else do you need? I said it. And that happens to me a lot. But there was a woman that I took a tarot class with that I would never recommend anybody to take a tarot class with her because she's a scam artist. However, I shouldn't say she's she's a little bit of a scam artist. she takes your money and then doesn't deliver on what she says she's going to deliver on. So that's technically a scam artist. But the pieces that she did teach, she used to call them stalker cards. And that I'd agree with that. I did learn some stuff, but like, yeah, those are stalker cards when they keep coming out, because it's saying that you either haven't understood the message yet, or it's not complete, or you're not getting it. Like there's something else that you need to go back and revisit. Yeah. And so Doreen Virtue back in the day, I don't know if you know who Doreen Virtue is, but Doreen Virtue back in the day when it came to, and that's, I originally learned how to do professional readings under somebody that was certified under Doreen Virtue. And it was Oracle. It wasn't tarot when I first started doing readings. And Doreen Virtue always used to say, there's a magnetic resonance. Yeah. There's a magnetic resonance with the cards, which means there's an energetic connection that you have with the cards and with your spirits, with your guides. And there is no such thing as a wrong card. There is no such thing as pulling the wrong message, because as long as you have the thought, the only time in my experience, because there's been a couple of times that I've pulled wrong messages, and that is more if I'm reading clients back to back to back, and like maybe somebody's energy didn't clear out properly and I got to kind of reset it, or something with the cards. Because if you're doing readings like me, where you're reading for 15, 20, 30 people a day, that your cards can get cluttered with energy if you're not clearing it out properly. So that can happen. But generally speaking, the other thing that I've noticed that can happen with the wrong card is if you're not focused on the question. And this is why if I pull cards, while I'm talking about something that I shouldn't be, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel right, I'll start over because I was distracted and I wasn't focused on the question I should have been focusing on. Yeah, being focused on the wrong question, or being focused on the wrong thing. Like if you're not paying attention to what you're actually asking. Okay, so let's look at you and Daniel, Angela. Let me focus on that. Past energy. You got the Empress reversed in the past, present, the Death in the present, hidden, wow, Hanged Man reversed, obstacle, Justice. These cards like to talk. Girl, in 4 cards, you already have all major arcana. That's pretty intense. Environment, 7 of Pentacles, advice, too many. Come on. I'm fumbling. Oh, dear Lord. Puzzle Piece of Doom on TikTok. Okay. Advice. King of Pentacles reversed. Outcome. You got the Hermit. Give me one more with the Hermit. One more. Clarify the Hermit, please. Emperor reverse. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I think this is because, so I've noticed eclipse energy really can influence relationships, and it transitions things, it changes things, it transforms things. For me, personally, and it's not like this for every client, so don't let me freak you out. But for me personally, every time there's a big eclipse, something in a relationship changes for me. Sometimes a relationship ends, sometimes a relationship begins, sometimes a relationship goes to another phase. Something always changes in relationships for me with eclipses. It's not like that for everybody. Like, I can tell you for sure it's not like that with everybody, because a lot of my clients don't come to me saying, oh, I'm not. It can happen though, because what it does is it clears out energy and it makes way for new stuff. So with this, it starts with the Empress and the reversal that you're coming out of from the passing energy. I do feel like with that, it's talking about it happened with you. Yeah, it does. It doesn't happen to every single person, but there are certain people that are very moon affected. It can happen to, and it happens to me a lot. Not every single eclipse, not every single time, but more often than not, it does. So with the Empress and the reversal, I do feel, Angela, that this is you're coming out of this phase of disempowerment. You're coming out of this energy of you don't feel like you have any control of the situation. And that's a big one, because you're stepping more into your confidence. Yeah, maybe mine's Libra. You're stepping into your confidence. You're stepping into your femininity. You're coming out of being upside down and as the Empress, but coming into the actual Empress. That's what that's telling me. You're leaving the energy of feeling like you don't have control. With the Death card, this isn't a bad card. I actually love the Death card. The Death card scares a lot of people, but it's not meant to be a scary card. It's actually the concept, the metaphorical concept of death and rebirth. So death and rebirth is endings and beginnings. No energy ever disappears. It just gets redistributed in a different way. Death, when people think death, they literally think of dying. I honestly have never, ever, ever once pulled a death card that predicted a death. I've never gotten the death card that says there's going to be death. I have a friend that's happened to her a bunch of times. It's never happened to me. So for me, and this is why tarot is so unique to each reader, because each card means its own thing to each reader sometimes. And so this doesn't say death to me. Yeah, this tells me this is Pluto. This is Scorpio. This is the caterpillar that's gone into the cocoon that's going to come out on the other side as the butterfly. It's transformative energy. So it's coming out of what's been and transforming into the next layer, the next thing, and moving into a great space of clarity. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, is that better? Is that better? I had a microphone on, but it died. Is the audio okay now? Okay. So it's stepping into a better space of clarity. It's moving, and this really aligns. This is part of why I feel like this is big, because of the eclipse stuff, because the eclipse right now is about relationships and letting go what didn't work. Not necessarily the whole relationship, but the dynamic of something, the way something has been, letting go of it and starting into a new energy. And that's what I feel is happening with you guys. With the Seven of Pentacles in the environment, I like to read these two cards together. I usually read the present and the environment together. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me that all of the stuff that you have started to try to create here, all of the progress, all of the patience, all of the thoughts, all of the reflection, it's finally starting to show evidence that there's going to be a positive result. I do feel like there's still some reflecting energy that needs to go on here, because like this guy is looking at his harvest that he's growing and thinking, what else do I need to do? Is good, or do I need to change something? I do feel like there's some thinking and processing still, but I do feel that this is transitioning into you're reaping the rewards. You will be reaping, which is funny because this is the Grim Reaper, but you're reaping the benefits of the rewards of all the hard work that you have put in. It's coming. It's not here just yet, though. It's in progress. So if you're not seeing it in the 3D world, if you're not seeing it in the mundane reality right now, that's okay. Don't freak, because in the Hanged Man and the Reversal and the Hidden, and then the Justice and the Challenge, it's just saying that there's still some stuff that needs to be balanced out. There's still some clarity that needs to be brought to light to come forward. And that is in process. Like this, I like because it's saying he's seeing things from a different point of view and he's starting to come out of being in this place that he's been stuck. So I mean, this is all moving energy. This is all, it's making progress. It's making moves. It's starting to shift. Your outcome, which is interesting, and I'm going to pull a few more cards for the future. You had the Hermit. You had the Hermit first, and then you had the Emperor reversed to clarify him, which is interesting. I do feel like there's still going to be some moments where he withholds himself. He holds back. Actually, yeah, we have the withdrawn card today with secretive. I do feel like that there's going to be some moments where he's withholding and going within. Because to me, the Emperor, the Hermit, sorry, not the Emperor, the Hermit is all about stopping, taking a minute, stepping back, and checking in with you. Like checking in with self. Where is my journey? Where am I going? What, do I like this? What have I gained? What do I need to change? It's similar to the Seven of Pentacles, but it's much more isolated and it's much more deep than the Seven of Pentacles. And then with the Emperor in the reversal, I feel like that's about his ego. So he's going to step back at some point to check in with himself, and his ego might be a little bit too strong there. His ego might be like, oh, we don't want to share feelings. And it's interesting because you got both Emperor and Empress. Empress at the beginning was reversed, and Emperor at the end is reversed right now, which is interesting. Your advice is the King of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like with that, it's talking about it's important for you to be mindful about what you invest your energy into. King of Pentacles is investment. It's about commitment. It's about knowing your value and your worth. So being mindful about what your investment is going to be important for you. Like, what are you giving your energy towards? And knowing what your energy should be going to, like being very aware of that. Let me pull a few love cards. Pluto, dear Jesus. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. Pluto, transformation. Did I not say that? And this is what I mean by sometimes my spirits like to be funny. Same thing. Pluto transformation, death card. Same thing. Literally same thing. Renewal and spark. Spirit guide assistance. That's the Hermit. Messages and dreams. I would say yes. But I do feel like there's it's a timing thing too. I do feel like it's a timing thing. So letting some of this play out the way that it needs to. Let me pull one more. How does he feel? New beginnings. Reborn. Jesus. Golden mirror. Oh, be careful about that one. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, tragic endings. This one is literally the same thing as the death card. You got it again. But this one is saying be a little bit careful about if you're doing more than he is. Let me check that one that went flying on the floor. Let's see what that one says. Engagement ring. Higher commitment, eternity, partnership, union, completion. Completion? Yeah, completion. So I do feel like for you, it is worth giving time. Yes, you got to be careful. You got to be careful about how much you put in, how much he invests. Like, keep that balance with the justice card. Keep that balance. See these scales of balance? You need to be balanced as far as how much your energy is going out and how much you're getting in. Don't overdo it. Let him show you. And I feel like he will. It's with these energies, they're big. So I don't feel like you're going to see a change overnight. It does feel like this is going to be an in progress thing for a while. But it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad. The only card that was kind of like, nah, was this one. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just be mindful of it. We're messaging now, but he does take a while to respond. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just like keep in mind those kinds of things. Let him be the one that shows you. With that King of Pentacles in the reversal for your advice, it's basically saying don't over invest yourself right now. So it's like about wise investments. So be careful about how much time and how much energy you're putting into it right now. Until he has to think of it like he has to earn your time. He has to earn you're deserving, and he has to earn your time. And if he doesn't, then don't give. He has to show you that he wants you. That's what that is saying. All right, guys, let's do it. I'm doing a last call for readings because then I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go start my day. True, thank you so much. I'm just not patient. Most of us aren't. You're not alone in that. The majority of my clients are impatient, and that's one of the things that is a challenge that a lot of people have trouble learning. And it has to do with literally the culture now. It has to do with everything. Back when I was in high school and in college, we didn't have cell phones. Cell phones were just starting when I was in college, and you couldn't text. You got charged for texting, and you couldn't call. You got charged for your minutes. You only had so many minutes, and if you went over your minutes, you got charged for that. And you had to be like mindful of that because the bills would be outrageous if you went over. So texting and calling on cell phones, like you had to wait till you got home to talk on the phone to somebody. You had to wait to go home and check your messages to see if somebody even called you. Now, the culture now is everything is at the tip of our fingers. And the expectation is your phone's right there. It takes you 2 seconds. You should be freaking answering me. And sometimes, yes, that's not really wrong, but there's a balance there between we have to live our lives, and some people aren't on their phones all the time, and that's okay. But there's also what's ignoring, what's considered rude, and like there's that fine balance and finding out one of the biggest things I have seen with customers for communication, that part of it, the texting thing. Most women have a desire and an expectation, not all, but many, of instant results. Like, you should be answering me. You should be answering me. And most men aren't on top of it that frequently. And sometimes it's not a sign that they don't care. Sometimes it's literally a sign that they're busy. But sometimes it's also a sign that they're not as invested. So having some kind of conversation at some point, it doesn't have to be right away, but like what is accepted, what is borderline rude, what kind of expectations do we have for communication throughout the day? Because your expectation may be different than his, and he's not doing it to be a dick, but you feel like you're in the dark. So that's where it gets kind of like, that's where conversations need to happen, because everybody has a different definition of what is what is the normal amount of time that we should be waiting to hear from somebody. It's different for everybody. I can say women message way more than men, generally speaking. And I can say that women tend to be on their phones waiting for the man more frequently. But that's super generalized. That's not every single situation. That's not every single man and every single female. But I can tell you it depends. And it also depends on the generation. The older the guy, like I have a friend who is 48. He was born in the 70s. He almost never texts, ever. I'm lucky if I've been friends with this person for 10 years, but we've been like speaking outside of work because we used to work together for about 3 years now. And I think in 3 years, I've gotten maybe 100 text messages from this person. Phone calls all the time for hours. Texts, nope. So it's not necessarily or it's very short, like an okay. So some people have different communication styles, and that is a big piece of a successful relationship, of understanding that, because he'll call me and talk to me for 4 hours on the phone, but I won't get a text message from him for a month. But the phone, yep. So it really all depends on what the preference is. Some people just don't like texting, and that's okay, but they need to make that clear. Like, I don't like texting, or I'm not really a big texter, but I'll call you. And like, there needs to be some kind of definition there of what the normal is for your specific situation. Because what works for your best friend doesn't mean it's going to work for your connection. Every connection is different. So try not to define it on that either. Like, don't listen to the whole social media. If he wanted to, he would. Yeah, that's right to some extent, but not always. Not always. Sometimes he's busy. Sometimes he can't. Sometimes stuff comes up. Sometimes the phone dies. Like, sometimes the guy drops the phone and breaks the phone, because men drop their phones a lot. I can't tell you, the majority of the men that I personally know, not dated, but just know in general, have beat their phones to a pulp. Most of them. And half the time they're either using a phone that doesn't work right, or they're trying to replace their phone because they busted their phone. So, especially if they're the kind of guy that like does physical stuff, like either in the gym or outside or carpentry or any kind of physical labor, yeah, they're hard on their phones. So just be mindful of that. But I am going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on earlier tomorrow. I'm starting to try to shift my schedule back to streaming at 9 a.m. EST time. I'm not sure if I'm going to accomplish that, but I am trying. It's kind of like a trial run, because I'm actually thinking about going back to teaching. And I probably won't, because it's not the right time. But my dream job is available. And I'm so mad that I looked, because I could still do this part-time. I've done the job, my dream job. I did it for 9 months. I was a substitute in it. I wasn't a full-time teacher, but I did it for 9 months. So I know what it takes, and I could easily run my business part-time as well. But I'm not, the problem is committing to the schedule with my mom being sick. So I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can do that right now, but I still need to get myself better at showing up at a certain time and seeing if I can do that. So that's what I'm working on for now. But I will be on tomorrow. I will see you guys then. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And you can always find me at my website, and I can't hit the button. See you guys later. Bye. All right. See you later, YouTube.